Hey guys, somebody's gun here. Today we're going to be talking about how to qualify through the open round of FNCS. So we're going to watch a team that came about 600th in FNCS Opens, talk through what they did well, what they could do better, and hopefully this gives you guys some insights as to how to get your trio through the open rounds into semis, because that's where the majority players are going to get stuck. They're going to struggle to make it through the open rounds, and we'll be talking about the semis or even the finals a lot more often. Those videos are more common, so this is going to be focused on helping the general majority. So hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It's greatly appreciated, but let's dive right in. So one little key off spawn here is knowing your drop spot, right? When you have, let's say, caddy corner, for example, like Swagon and his team have here, they see that they're not going to be contested off spawn. They have weather station for free. They grab the extra loot. This is extremely important, especially with the reduced chest spawn. So grab as much loot as you can. Make sure you're splitting so you can do it quickly, and it gives you the ability to do better later in the game. But what is a problem is what looks like is about to happen now. You have a trio right below you, and that they could sneak one of the three if you're not careful. So split drop is good, but know where your weaknesses are in the split drop, where you're going to be vulnerable from, and where potential rotates come from. That way you can protect yourself from those areas and know how to get back to your teammates when everything falls apart, if it does fall apart. So what happens here is Swag and his trio fail to take this mountain, stretch mountain right here. They had it open to them earlier in the zone, but focus more on looting, farming, and they could have really just sent one person up there, built a base, and had him chill while the other two farmed up or looted, whatever it may be. Just grab that position, that way no one else can get it. And look at the vision that this trio has opposed to what Swag's trio has, right? These guys can see basically the entire zone plus Swag's team. Swag is kind of limited just to, this one team on the mountain, and then maybe if someone's coming out of weather station, but they looted all that, so there's nothing over there anyway. And vision's key, right? Because now these guys are going to be able to make a much more educated rotate than Swag's team is. So positioning early is going to be key, and, probably not having Storm Surge with 60 alive in second zone, but if Storm Surge were an issue, this team is going to be much better off getting Surge tags throughout this zone than the other trio. Alright, so the problem here is your overall positioning, right? We're rotating from caddy all the way into zone here, and we could have posted up by Black Panther, had a rift, or even just stayed absolute south, been dead side, and rotate in and have a clean rotate here to second zone. Either way, good options. This rotate really puts us in a bad situation. We're in a valley here, which is not ideal, and then we wind up having to fight another team, and it looks like this trio is gonna lose that fight, whether it be just one player or multiple. It's not where you want to be. So it's all about early game decision making. Each position and each rotation that you make is going to affect your later games, because if you're making the right rotations, identifying where other players are and forcing yourself to dead side, you're going to run into a lot less issues with later game rotates, as opposed to putting yourself in congested areas and trying to make plays when you're forced to, as opposed to when you want to. We can see these guys taking a lot of time to farm up down here, but the unfortunate part is they're right below this huge hill. So if we go into drone free, it's not even a hill, it's a freaking cliff. So like they're boxing up right below this cliff, and this is good position because they have the rift here. If the rift wasn't here, this would be terrible. And I'm guessing that's the reason why they boxed up on here, is because of the rift. That is definitely something I would recommend, because it gives you a free rotate to next zone. And being center of third zone in trios is so key. if you're on edge of third and have to rotate to fourth, that's when you're going to spend tons of mats or rotation items on that rotate. So it's going to wind up being a problem. So I like this move by them. Again, if there wasn't the rift here, this is a terrible position, but because of that, it's much better. I would like to see them box up the rift so someone can't just sneak up and grab this, though. That's the only thing I would say. So we know eventually they're going to use the rift, and the problem is they wait too long, right? Because teams already started positioning themselves where they need to be. Like, we start to see teams boxing up here. Someone else takes the rift, it forces them to, but if they took this right away, they're going to be able to grab whatever position they want on this mountain. And I have no idea why they dive down here. Like, worst case scenario, you go down below. Like, you go down below to this. You take this, or you box up on top of these kids. There is no reason to dive all the way down. Alright, so here's a little thing here. They're just got fourth zone, and they're sitting in their metal builds. And, you know, great job. They have zone, they have a base, but you need more information. Like, no one is making edits to really start looking right now, at least not loyal. If we check the other teammates, it does look like they started to look now, but that's about 30 seconds of just doing nothing, right? We didn't gain any information. We weren't looking for tags on people, and that could make or break, you know, Storm Surge. Say Storm Surge does hit in moving, we just missed out on an opportunity to get some tags right there. So all three of these teammates should be looking for tags, trying to hit people, and gaining information to talk through your next rotate once fifth zone appears. Alright, so here's kind of where it all went wrong for them. Like, we were in a perfect position to make a play to win, and it kind of all falls apart, right? So we could use our old tarps and go right back through, and we do. It seems like we do. But the unfortunate situation is Swag and Pan are playing together, and Loyal's out by himself. And right now, your IGL, and not even just the IGL, like, you guys should be calming. Like, hey, let's get together and play together. We have a clean layer down below. Loyal, get to us. Loyal, get to us. Loyal, get to us. And that calm shouldn't stop until he gets there. Because not only does he need to get to you for you guys to play together, but you also have heals for him. So, like, he's weak as shit. You guys are fully healthy, and you have heals for him. And if he were to get together with you guys, then you could make a play to win the game. But instead, now we're just back into that mindset of, okay, we got to continue to play for the next placement. We just have to stay alive, as opposed to going for the win. And I think that's huge, because at a certain point in the game, like, the flip has to be turned on, and you have to go make plays to win. Nice edit there, Swag. And now it's too late, because now it's a, like, 3v3 situation, and by the time all three of you got together, the other trio was already on you and were making a coordinated play. So that's the difference between you guys winning the game and this other team winning the game. They stuck together and made a play to win, whereas you guys just stayed alive and then got together, and by the time you were starting to coordinate yourselves, it was too late and the other team had already won. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick recap here. So some of the things you want to do, especially in opens, is one, always have clear communication and planning with your trio, whether that be on rotations, making plays, playing endgame. You want to be on the same page, and the less you have to communicate to be on the same page, the better. So play together, continue to play arena, work out those struggles, play some scrims, you know, do whatever you guys have to do in order to get in sync and play as a trio. Now, secondly, what you want to be able to do is work on your positioning and those early game rotates. So make sure you aren't putting yourself in bad positions late game because you're not rotating earlier enough, or you're not making the right rotates in early game. That is going to be key to making the game easier for you. And finally, you know, look to make plays, whether it be in a mid-game fight against a trio or making a play for high ground to potentially win the game. You always want to make sure that you're making the plays to win, right? You don't want to always be on the back foot. You want to be an aggressor. You want to be the one pushing the pace and having teams play towards your pressure as opposed to you dealing with somebody else, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check these guys out right here, Swag, Loyal, and Panrellex. Sorry, I almost said Parallax. Thank you guys for sharing the VODs with me. And as always, I'm Somebody's Gun. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that sub button, comment down below, hit the like, and I will see you guys next time.